And good morning. This is Triton. I am sitting at my airport that I live nearby in Little Rock, Clinton International, or Clinton National, Bill and Hillary Clinton National, and also referred to as Adams Field. Anyway, today we are going to do a flight from here to Memphis. This is not a highly planned out flight. I'm kind of doing it on the fly, figuring it out as I go. But I am going to record this while flying in VR using the DOF Reality's H3 Motion Rig along with HF8's haptic feedback seat. And while in VR, of course, this will give me the most realistic version of simming that is possible for me to get at this point in time. I am running still on an older computer, an i9 9900 with a GeForce RTX 2080 Super video card, 32 gigabytes of RAM, and we'll see how it goes. But anyhow, this is totally cold and dark startup. I have created a flight plan as simple as it is with SimBrief, and I've generated that flight. And other than that, nothing else has been done in preparation for this flight. I am taking on a full load of passengers, 4 people in all in this Piper Comanche, my favorite plane by far in the sim. But anyhow, let's go ahead and get a quick start up. We're going to do a quick walk around first of all to check our plane, put our flaps out, down, take our control locks off, and let's proceed to do our walk around. Alright, we'll slip outside and check our flaps. They seem nice and tight and stable. Our ailerons, no binding or scraping sounds coming from them. They look good. Not sure if I got my lights. Let's see if we can check those out. Landing lights, nice and bright. Navigation lights. Strobes all working properly. And we'll get our tie down off our plane. And let's check our fuel. It's not a full tank, but we've got I think 20 gallons in each tank. 40 gallons should be more than enough for this little trip to Memphis. It looks good there. And we'll continue underneath the aircraft. Look at our landing gear, our tires all look in good shape. Take our wheel chocks off. I love this plane. Look at how well it's modeled. It's definitely been around. And the history of this particular aircraft I'm flying, it is a what the sim is called an auction aircraft. It means it was just set up with a random set of parameters, like I had just bought it from auction. When I first got it, it had a couple of little small problems, and I repaired those. Oh, no fuel. We forgot to turn our fuel on. So let's jump back in the cockpit And we'll go ahead and set both tanks on. I'm going to run off both tanks. Back to where we were. Let's try that again. Fuel looks good. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be able to simulate water in your tanks, but I've never run into a situation I had water in my tank. And we'll look at our prop. Everything looks good. Spinner. Oil should be fine because I had changed it right after I purchased this. Yes, and yeah, we've got a little over 9 quarts. It looks in good color. So that is good. Back to our other tank. We'll quickly check it and visually verify. We've got our 20 gallons, and it looks like yes, it is. So it's a 30-gallon tank, but I've only got 20 gallons in it. And the other tire and the wheel. Brake lines all look good. Of course, they're not modeled to break down, but anyway, we're going to go through the procedures. And we'll check our pitot cover, take it off. Let's go ahead and check our pitot heat. First, we'll fill our tube, and it's cold. I'll turn on my pitot heat with the Bravo switch. And it should heat up. There we go. Heating up. Getting hot. So that's working. Once again to our outside lights. Landing light nice and bright. Strobes. Navigation lights all are working. Ailerons, once again, no binding or scraping. You can see our controls working inside the aircraft. Our flaps, good. And then our static port, open and clear. And we got our back tie downs removed. Once again, no scraping or binding on the elevator. Rudder, got the right amount of play, feels good. Another static port on the other side, clear. And then our luggage situation. We're going just up to Memphis, so we're not going to take a lot of luggage. That looks good. Looks fine. Anyway, that completes the walk around. I'll recenter my view, and I can turn my power back off while we finish prepping our cockpit for ready to get flight. And let's go to our controls. All our passengers, our fuel. We're going to update our engine. Pull up our flaps. Don't need them down. And let's go to our checklist. Alright, we've done our pre-flight. It's now complete. Passengers have been briefed. Seat belts are secure. Control locks have been removed. Parking brake is set. Gear switch is down. It is down. Flaps are up. We just pulled those up. Radios. Make sure they're all turned off, which I had left them on, it looks like. So that was good. I checked that. Radios off. Autopilot master off. Avionics master off. All electrical switches. All electrical switches are off. Circuit breakers. Circuit breakers are all in. They are. Rotating beacon. Let's turn the rotating beacon on. Switch is on. Before engine start. Fuel, we're going to go ahead and run our right hand tank to start with. Mixture, fuel rich. Throttle, cracked. Prop full forward. Carburetor heat is off. Master switch is on. On. Fuel pump on. We'll verify we get pressure on our fuel gauge. We have got pressure, so check. We can turn the fuel pump back off. Fuel pump is off. Primer, 1 to 5 strokes. Let's see what we're at temperature wise. We're actually at 70 degrees here in Little Rock this morning. Very warm. Anyway, we'll go ahead and we'll run in 3 strokes of primer. Shouldn't need much in this warm morning. Alright, mags to both. Both. Prop area clear. Clear prop. Starter engage. Fuel pressure. Full pressure. Mixture lean is required. Engine start is done. Next, while we're going to idle here, we're going to turn our avionics. Well, I missed that avionics switch. Is that not on the checklist yet? Okay, primer is locked. Avionics master on. Radio's on. We are running say intentions ATC on this flight. So it should come in. In fact, we will need to bring our say intentions toolbar into the cockpit. Just for convenience to give me my frequencies. ATIS is 125.65, so we've got that. Alright. Altimeter 12565. I'm not sure why I'm not receiving anything. I load my One, 2, 5, 6, 5 is ATIS. Not sure why. Our engines are warm already. Latch that door. There we go. Air circulating. Okay, and back to our system's altimeter. We haven't got our ATIS to come on yet. I'm not sure why we're not picking that up. Let's go ahead and set our departure. Our clearance 11895. 11895. Clearance, and then our ground is 121.9.
Zulu. Wind 200 at 10. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, broken at 5500 feet. Temperature 22. Dew point 1A. Altimeter 2989er. ILS runway 22 left and 22 right. RNAV runway 18. Advise on initial contact you have information Yankee.
Information Yankee.
Bill and Hillary Clinton National Airport / Adams Field. Information Yankee. 135 Zulu. Wind 200 at.
Alright. And we've got information Yankee. Our altimeter set. Back to our checklist with avionics master. Radios are on. Transponders required. Altimeter set. Heading indicator. To verify that is set. And we're setting almost due east. Just a notch past due east. I like that. Alright. And heading indicator, landing lamp is green. Nav lights as required. We're going to put our nav lights on. And we won't put that on until we get on the landing or the runway. Parking brake released. Brake test, good. Parking brake set. Alright, well now we need to close that down and we'll need to bring in our sim brief. And we'll fetch our plan, which is very, very basic. But we want to go ahead and enter that in. I'm not sure if we're going to get 22L or not. So we'll wait on that.
Line 190 Juliet, can we request our squawk code, please?
And we'll go. Alright. And we'll bring our flight plan up and we'll enter our starting airport, which is Little Rock. And that is Kilo Lima. India. Tango. And that is Adams Field, Little Rock, Arkansas. And well, we got the crazy mixed up thing. Anyway, we'll see if that's going to work. We'll have to find out. Anyway, Memphis is our destination airport. This is Kilo Mike. Good.
Squawk 4273. Thank you very much for the service. Beeline 19 Juliet.
Mike. Memphis International, so that's right. And this, I'm not sure what's going on with that, but anyway, hopefully it will work its way. And we need to enter I'm going to open up some ventilation in here. We're getting some fogging going on. Alright, and Mickey is our only waypoint we enter. Mike, India. Charlie, Kilo, Mickey, and that should be our flight plan and direct to Memphis. 18L is what it's saying, but we'll wait and see what ATC gives us. Alright, let's see if that's going to even work, because it's crazy. Yeah, it looks like it's right, even though the entry is a little screwy. Alright, so there's our sim brief panel. We don't need it any longer. We've entered our destination airport and our route. And now we are up to contacting clearance. Let's go back and double check our HADIS, make sure.
Visibility 10. Sky conditions, broken at 5500 feet. Temperature 22. Dew point 18.
Information's the same.
ILS runway 22 left and 22 right RNAV runway 18 advise on initial contact you have information Yankee.
Information Yankee is still current.
Bill and Hillary Clinton National Airport
so information Yankee's good. So we're going to call in to clearance. Clinton clearance, Comanche 610 Alpha Sierra with information Yankee. Request IFR to Memphis. See what it responds and comes back with. I hope we're communicating.
Comanche 610 Alpha Sierra Bill and Hillary Clinton National Clearance cleared to the Memphis airport. Radar vectors MICA-then as filed. Maintain 5,000. Departure on 135.4. Squawk 5516.
Cleared to Memphis airport. Radar vectors to Mickey. Then as filed. Maintain 5,000. And departure on 135.4, squawk 5516, Comanche 610 Alpha Sierra. And we should have that done, so we'll verify.
Comanche 0 Alpha Sierra, read back correct.
Alright, he is correct. So I guess we're going to flip over to ground. Anyway, 5516. Let's go ahead and set our, put this in standby mode. Five one six. Alright. And vectors to Mickey. Alright. Now we should be on ground. And let's go ahead and dial up tower, which is 118.7. One 8.7, and towers on 12, ground on 121.9. All right, got that set. Let's go ahead and finish our checklist for taxi. Altimeter radios are on. Transponders required. Altimeter set, head-end indicator set, landing gear, nav lights, parking brake, brakes tested. And then our run up, position ourselves into the wind. Alright, let's get out here and position more or less into the wind from what I can see here. Brakes hold. Fuel quantity is checked. We got fuel quantity. Good. Fuel selection on desired tank. Mixture is required. Throttle to 2000. Oil pressure temperatures all in the green. Magnetos. Dropping off quite a bit on the right hand magneto. See if we can heat those plugs up, burn that oil off of them. Got a severe drop off.
Ground, Skyhawk 584, requesting to the general aviation parking.
Skyhawk 2454, East San Luis ground taxi to general aviation parking via Alpha. Remain this frequency.
Well, I think it's going to clean up, and luckily this is a simulator, so I'm going to let's say we've got it running. We're running our engine a little too hot right there.
Augusta ground, Catbird 104, Bravo Delta, request pushback and startup. I am at parking 16.
Cycle 3
Catbird
times.
104 Bravo Delta, Augusta ground, pushback and startup approved. Report when ready to taxi.
Check our carb heat. Drop off.
Pushback and startup approved.
We might need to get those mags checked when we get to Memphis, but I'm going to take a chance that they're all right. I want to finish this video. Alright, let's see, before takeoff checks. Controls are free and clear. Elevator trim is neutral. No, it's not. Let's put that to neutral. Alright. Rudder trim as required. Doors are latched. Let's go ahead and shut our window. So I think that'll be fine. Fuel pumps on. Let's wait till we get to the runway. We'll go ahead and call ground and get request taxi. And 121.9. Clinton ground, Comanche 610 Alpha Sierra, ready to taxi.
Comanche 610 Alpha Sierra Bill and Hillary Clinton National Ground Taxi to runway 18 via Alpha hold short of runway 18.
Taxi to runway 18, hold short, Comanche 0 Alpha Sierra. Alright. Anyway, we're going to go down Alpha all the way to 18 and hold short. Then we will switch over to tower and get our permission to take off and see how this IFR flight goes with the say intentions. And I am definitely still fogging up. I need to turn on some defogger. There's a Bronco sitting
King Air
out there.
145 Kilo Alpha taxi to holding point Bravo via taxiway Alpha and Charlie. Taxiing to holding point Bravo via Alpha and Charlie King Air 145 Kilo Alpha.
And this is our Little Rock Airport. We have a building planted right in the middle of the taxiway. We actually have Little Rock's photogrammetry in the sim, which is great. I love it. I can recognize my town that I fly in, but the airport is not. Maybe the World Hub, they'll be able to correct it at some point, or someone with more talent than me can come along and maybe create us an airport. That would be even better. Alright, here we are coming up on the hold short point of 18. We will switch over to tower and hopefully get our permission to take off. I want to check my mags one more time, see if they've got any better. Boy, worse. Boy, that one. We may have to just the right mag. not something you probably would take off with in the real world, but since this is a simulated world, I'm going to go ahead and do it, because I don't want to have to start the entire flight over. Alright, we're fixing to enter the runway, so we're going to put our landing lights on and our strobes and switch over to tower. Clinton Tower, Comanche 610, Alpha Sierra, holding short, runway 18 with information Yankee. Should have said I was ready for departure. I suppose my terminology is not good on ATC.
Comanche 610 Alpha Sierra, Bill and Hillary Clinton National Tower, winds 200 at 18 altimeter 2988, fly runway heading climb and maintain 5000 departure, 1 tree, 5.4 squawk, 5516, cleared for takeoff runway 18.
All right. Cleared for takeoff 18, fly runway heading and maintain 5000, Comanche 0 Alpha Sierra. Alright, well, we're cleared. I hope our engine doesn't fail us. We're going to... They just keep getting better with this, say, intentions. As much as it is a month, it's a technology, I guess, you got to pay for. But it is pretty well incredible, though. All right, and back to our checklist. Before we take off, we want fuel pump to on. Let's see. Flat fuel pump on. Mixture fuel full rich. Prop full forward. Carburetor heat is off. Engine gauges are in the green. Fuel is good. Pitot heat is required. We don't need it at this time. Strobes are on and landing lights are on. So, throttle full open. Engine gauges check. After airspeed, rotate. Positive climb, gear up, flaps up, airspeed. VY of 105. And we need to spot us emergency landing in case we need it. Alright, that being said, let's throttle up. Brake, gear up, we'll lean our engines and pull our throttle back to 24 inches of mercury.
Diamond Tree 71 Bravo Charlie, hold short of runway tree 1, awaiting further instructions.
2400 RPMs.
Holding short of runway tree 1, Diamond Tree 71 Bravo Charlie.
I should have set my heading bug to. Anyway, we're at runway 18. We are headed on the 18 heading, flying up to 5,000 before we head to Mickey.
Comanche 0 Alpha Sierra, contact departure.
Over to departure, Comanche 610 Alpha Sierra. Alright, now we need to switch back to departure at 135.4, or switch over to departure. 0.4. 5.4. Little Rock departure, Comanche 610 Alpha Sierra is at 1,800 feet, climbing 5,000.
Comanche 610 Alpha Sierra, Little Rock departure, radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 050. Fly heading 04 tree vectors to Micah.
Climb and maintain flight level 050, fly heading of 043, vectors to Mickey, Comanche 0 Alpha Sierra. Alright, we want to fly heading of 043. So we will turn to our left. And we can turn our fuel pump off. I haven't gone to my checklist, and our landing lights off. We'll go ahead and engage our autopilot capabilities. And
Comanche 0 Alpha Sierra, climb and maintain 4,000 for terrain.
Climb and maintain 4,000 for terrain, Comanche 0 Alpha Sierra. Whoops.
Comanche 0 Alpha Sierra, understood. Maintain 4,000 for terrain.
Alright, let me get myself stable. So it's bobbing around airspeed. Maintain us a good 115 knots. Okay. Whoa. Well, I'm having a hard time getting myself stable. Airspeed. Alright, 043. Alright, we're going to fly heading. Climb and maintain 4,000, huh? Alright. Activate. In the level flight. Trim. Okay, now we're at level flight and we're off course a little bit to Mickey, but that's alright. We'll just pick up on our course once we get to more down trim. Alright, 5,000 feet. find altitude. Alright, then we'll bring up our rest of our checklist and go ahead and get those done. Airspeed. And our climb. Fuel pump is off. Now, throttle is set, prop is set, lane is required. And pull our RPMs back to about 2,000 along with 20 inches of mercury. And fuel pressure is checked. Engine gauges are checked, they're in good shape. We're on a right-hand tank. We need to resume navigation, get on course to Memphis now. Anyway, that was a bit of a messed up takeoff. Like I said, I'm just quickly throwing this video together just to see how it turns out. Now it's just flying the course essentially until we get to Memphis. Switched over to Memphis approach and got it in for landing there. We'll go outside and kind of take a peek at my Comanche. November 610 Alpha Sierra. Flying up pretty much above the clouds. Alright, so our checklists are done. We're in cruise. We're going to steer ourselves onto our course now and see if we can get locked on with our navigation autopilot. So the temperatures are good. All of our temperatures on all 6 cylinders look good. Running 10.1 gallons per hour. Excellent fuel efficiency. think I'll go ahead and switch
FedEx
over on
1243,
tanks.
have your approach descend and maintain 4,000 clear to direct Cobham, join 27 localizer.
Descending to 4,000 direct Cobham, joining 27 localizer 1243.
Yeah, we'll put our fuel pump on. Make sure we've got fuel pressure. We're good. Flip over. Both tanks are on. Still maintaining fuel pressure. Right tank off. Pressure's there. Switches are off. Still have fuel pressure, so everything's good. And now we're cruising on the left tank. And we're just about on course. We're going to make a slight adjustment to the left. Very close to it, so we're going to go ahead and switch over to autopilot navigation. See if it'll maintain our course. One I was taking a sip of my coffee mug. Well, we're 89.3 miles to Memphis, so we're doing good. Should have a flying time of roughly 33 minutes. See what ATC does. I did watch the developer stream yesterday. A couple of interesting tidbits. Assume update 15 possibly may get pushed out again. We should be on it right now, but it's postponed a couple of weeks. Get some bugs ironed out, and apparently they're still not 100% ironed out, and they're hoping to still release at the end of the month, but did say it might get pushed back a few days, whatever that means. Hoping means weeks, but it is what it is, and I would definitely rather them release something that works properly. They can remove as many bugs as possible. They had that, and they also had discussion of auto level of detail, or dynamic level of detail, which a buddy of mine has worked on, and he's gotten so much praise that made its way all the way to the top officials at Microsoft in the SOBO, and they're putting that as a possible add-on sometime in the sim. They said they were very impressed with it, how it worked. And they use that pretty much right on already on Xbox, so that was another interesting tidbit I noticed. VR bug, shutdown bug. It was introduced in the sim sometime early on. I don't remember what update it was, but they had broke the shutdown procedures. And in order for them to fix it, they put in some little patch that halfway worked, more or less. If you got your cockpit and you're shut down to cold and dark state, once you click off avionics or your power, your master power, it pops you out of your seat, recenters everything, shuts all the windows, and then reopens it.
Adjusted departure, Catbird 104 Bravo Delta 2,200, climbing for 4,500.
It has been there ever since. So when you shut down your aircraft, it's just a big jolt back and forth. It doesn't just have a smooth transition when you're clearing your settings. And with planes like the Comanche here and other higher level, higher fidelity aircraft, you need to go through a full shutdown procedure, shutting all your switches off, fuel tanks, everything like that.
The 46 Lima Quebec climb to 4,000, contact approach on 135.6.
It has to go through this little jump once you cut power or avionics off. Then it brings you back in, you can finish it, but it resets everything. It's just a jarring. It's not nothing game breaking, just an annoyance. And it's something they put in trying to make it right ages ago. But yeah, they don't consider it to be a priority. They claim they can't even reproduce it, even though it happens at every single flight or anybody that flies realistically and shuts their aircraft down properly. So it's not hard to see. It's every single flight. There's no guesswork about it. But it's low priority. Like I say, it's not game breaking, so they feel their time can be better used elsewhere, fixing the Xbox mainly. But anyway, it is what it is. Maybe they'll get it right in 2024, which I am anxious to see come about and release. Still no word as to when that will be. I'm thinking August because that's their tradition, but no one will know until it gets here. Anyway, there's a couple of things I took out from the developer stream yesterday. And today I just decided to hop in the Comanche and do a cold and dark startup and flight, start to finish, using all the tools at my disposal and ATC I'm currently paying for. It's awfully expensive to run it, but it is fairly enjoyable. It's definitely the best ATC experience I've ever had. Anyway, where are we? 70 miles out. Anyway, the sim itself, I have had a tremendous enjoyment of using the sim, even with its bugs and problems. Definitely the most realistic flight experience in a simulator I've ever had, bar none. because I put a bit of an investment into it by buying the Motion Rig.
Catbird 4 Bravo Delta, climb and maintain flight level 170.
That's what brings the level of this experience to almost reality. The best that I've ever seen. And I have been flight simming since the very
Delta
beginning.
1316, contact tower 118.3, good night.
Computers.
Tower 118.3, good night.
So I've watched it all develop, and to be honest, I never ever expected to be where I'm at now. Especially a motion rig, that's something I thought would always
Clear for
remain
the islands, runway 6 left approach, over dangerous, flight heading 154, descend and maintain 3,000.
Financially and
Number established on the localizer set for
just
535.
the building of a unit that can simulate these motions. But I'll hand it to DOF Reality. They have brought it into a reasonable expense, even though it's still expensive. It's not outside of the price range even of a good computer. So I didn't have much problem accepting the expense and going full bore into it. And I must admit I don't regret it for a minute. It's been an absolute joy to experience VR with motion. Anyway, what's our message here? We got a message that says set course to 082. Still show it a little to the left, of course, so we're gonna, well, I guess I'll just leave it alone. It's tracking well enough. American boy. He looks like he's back at Little Rock, possibly. We'll give a look at the model of the plane. So good. I mean, this is just still amazing amount of detail. Anybody sitting on the fence out there, if you're not sure whether VR is the way to go, I realize it's probably not for everybody. Some people have motion sickness such as that, but boy, is it a joy. It's something I can't even imagine not being able to do anymore. If I had to go back to 2D flying, it would be such a letdown. We're chit-chatting away best I can. 55.4
Comanche 0
miles.
Alpha Sierra, contact Memphis Center on 135.3.
Memphis Center on 135.3. Comanche 610 Alpha Sierra. Alright, 135.3. Memphis Center, Comanche 610 Alpha Sierra, with you at 5,000.
Comanche 610 Alpha Sierra, Memphis Center, roger.
Desire 907 Milan Center. Say again your last transmission.
Frecuencia 11835 para puesta en marcha, gracias.
Desire 907 understood. Maintain holding pattern at nearest Sierra.
Alright, I'm going to, let's see, 48 miles out, 17 minutes. Let's go
Spirit
ahead.
792, expect direct waypoint Tango India Mike in 5 minutes.
Expecting direct to Tango India Mike and 5 Spirit 792.
Ready for our approach checklist. Autopilot master off, fuel pump on. Desired tank, speaking of the desired tank. And then we got a little bit more of a burn. Stay even. Back to where I was. Fuel levels check, fuel pressure check, mixture rich. Prop full forward, carb heat is required.
Spirit 891, descend and maintain flight level 200. Descending to flight level 200, Spirit 891.
Miles per hour. Gear down, flaps as desired. Gauges, undercarriage manifold. Prop.
Desire 907 Milan Center, standby for new frequency.
Comanche 610 Alpha Sierra, Memphis Center, contact Memphis, approach on 118.9er.
Approach on 118.9er, Comanche 610 Alpha Sierra. One 8.9. Thought she just flipped over the other direction. Memphis approach, Comanche 610 Alpha Sierra is with you at 5,000. Alright, 14 minutes out now.
Comanche 610 Alpha Sierra, Memphis approach, roger.
Are you going to give me an approach to follow? Oh, we coming in ILS. Visual. Supposed to be a out of our flight. I think I'm going to go back into heading mode. Get myself onto the exact course. I'm not sure why it's flying to the left. Bit of turbulence bouncing me around. Coming through those clouds.
Charlie Papa cleared for the visual, 24 maintain 90 knots.
Cleared for the visual 24, maintaining 90 knots, 45 Charlie Papa.
Okay, well, we're pretty well on the path now. Maintaining 5,000 feet. Only 32 miles out, though, and we still don't have the approach.
300, in there, 6131. Alpha Sierra, Memphis approach, cleared direct to Mickey. Expect the RNAV runway 18 left approach into Memphis.
Well, that makes 0 sense. Cleared direct to Mickey. Expect the RNAV runway 18 left approach into Memphis, Comanche 610 Alpha Sierra. Well, that doesn't make any sense at all. Mickey was back at Little Rock. Anyway, let's see what kind of procedures they've got. The RNAV 18L approach.
Pacific 1323, you're following the 767, 12 o'clock at 6 miles.
Following the 767 Pacific 1323.
Right, we're gonna go direct to Roney. That's probably what they should have gave me. We're going to a little nasty little cloud here. Anyway, the IFR part of ATC on say intentions has come a long way. I've seen some videos of the airliner people using it. Pretty good success. Like I said, we saw one little hiccup. It did not give me the correct waypoint. It gave me one in Little Rock. I'm not sure. That was the last waypoint we left from in Little Rock. Flying direct to Memphis. But it did give me the RNAV 18L instructions, so using the approach in the GPS, that went to fix as Ronnie, Romeo, Oscar, November, Echo, Echo, and I believe that's what it should have told me. It cleared directly to Ronnie. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. We'll see. It hadn't given me anything else differently, so it must like that. Still at 5,000 feet though. We haven't started our descent. And we're 15 miles out from Ronnie. Anyway, we'll see what the ATC gives us. This is all a learning experience. Where's my coffee? But basically, I've been able to do this flight 100% inside of VR. not really having to take off my headset for anything. And muscle memory has got me where I know where all my controls are and where my coffee is, so I can grab it while in VR. Alright, 11.9 miles away. Let's see what she's going to give us, or what he's going to give us from Memphis approach.
Comanche 0 Alpha Sierra, contact Memphis Tower on 119.7.
Tower on 119.7, Comanche 610 Alpha Sierra. 119.7. Should have gave me
Comanche
a
0 Alpha Sierra, contact Memphis Tower on 119.7. Have a good day.
good day. Tower 119.7. Alright. Memphis Tower, Comanche 610 Alpha Sierra, 5,000, checking in.
Comanche 610 Alpha Sierra, Memphis Tower, go ahead.
Memphis Tower, Comanche 610 Alpha Sierra, at 5,000. You can come in. I'm going to go ahead and start descending my Memphis. You're not giving me authorization to, but we've got to get down.
Comanche 0 Alpha Sierra, roger, expect vectors for the ILS approach to runway 18 left.
Vectors to 18 left, Comanche 610 Alpha Sierra. Alright, we're going to get our fuel pump on. Let's see, what does our checklist tell us to do? Checklist on approach. Fuel pump on. Desired tank is still on the desired tank. We're good on that. Fuel pump is on. Landing lights are on. Strobes are on. Mixture full rich. Prop full forward. Carb heat is desired, 120 knot, 120 miles per hour. Alright, let's bring our speed down to 120. Alright, bring our speed down to 120, gear down. 18 left. Alright, autopilot is off.
Turning base for runway 24 south, Delta Bravo.
Comanche 0 Alpha Sarah, winds 208 at tree 6, runway 18 left, clear to land.
18 left, cleared for land, cleared to land. Comanche 610 Alpha Sierra. We got a pretty brisk crosswind, it appears. But we are headed to 18 left, and shouldn't be too big of an issue. ATC has done their work pretty much. Got me here with the help of my GPS, but well, you got the clearance all the way from Little Rock to Memphis. For an amateur like me, I feel pretty accomplished that I was able to follow it within certain degrees. And this is all live weather, live time, full damage. Everything is realistic as I can have it. Alright, let's see what our checklist's got to say for us. Gear lamp is green, flaps are down. It's windy, so we're leaving flaps as required. A little stutter there. 90 mile an hour airspeed for landing. Okay. We're dropping our speed.
Catbird 4 Bravo Delta winds calm. Runway 36 left, clear to land.
Established on localizer, Catbird 4 Bravo Delta.
Skyline 422 Alpha Mike, traffic at your 2 o'clock, 1 mile Cessna Skyhawk on final. Traffic in sight, Skyline 422 Alpha Mike.
Catbird 4 Bravo Delta, roger, continue approach, runway 36 left.
Clear runway 24, Skyhawk, Delta Bravo.
2 Delta Bravo, contact Trenton ground on 121.9er.
Clear to land, runway 36 left.
Have a good one, thanks.
Alright, we approached the threshold. Our engine's held up good. I didn't have any more issues with our magneto. We'll have that looked at. As we approach touchdown, all in all, pretty good flight, I think. slow down and one ain't left. Alright, flaps up.
Mooney 824 Foxtrot Delta, enter right base runway tree 2. Right base runway tree 2 for Mooney 824 Foxtrot Delta. Diamond 371 Bravo Charlie, cleared to land runway 27, caution birds on final.
Cleared to land, runway 27, Diamond 371 Bravo Charlie.
And we're going to exit the runway to the left here. And we'll get handed off to ground, I presume.
Comanche 0 Alpha Sierra, contact Memphis ground on 121.65.
121.65, Comanche 0 Alpha Sierra. Have a great day. 121.65 on ground.
Comanche 0 Alpha Sierra, have a great day as well.
Don't know why I talk to him like the real person, but you know, it just seems like the right thing to do. People should always do. Be kind.
I'm at the ground, Spirit Wings 388, request taxi.
12165. Memphis ground, Comanche 610 Alpha Sierra. Taxi to parking, please.
Comanche 610 Alpha Sierra, Memphis ground taxi to parking via Alpha, cross runway tree 6 center, hold short of runway 18 left. Information Bravo is current.
Okay. Taxi to parking via Alpha, crossway 136 center and hold short of runway 18 left. I'm not sure what the information Bravo is, but we're not even going to taxi over there. We're going to taxi right here where we're at and shut our airplane down and call it a stream, a video. So whether we'll make it into publication or not, who will know? We'll see. But in case it does get out there, thanks for anybody that watches it in the future. It's fun experimenting around with ATC and using the Comanche.
Brown, I'm going to just get another IFR clearance down to Daytona if possible for Envoy 432.
Alright. Engine shut down. Pull our mixture out. Props back. Turn our fuel pumps off. We can turn our beacon off. Landing lights. Magnetos to off through the switch. Turn our tanks off. Probably was burning up the people on board. I wasn't paying any attention. But anyway, see what kind of comfort level they had while they were flying. Oh, they weren't too bad, actually. Alright, so we got our switches off.
We got cleared the Fox 7 departure.
Brake on, let's check.
12000, expect flight level 300, 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 133.0, squawking 14474.
After landing, flaps up, strobes off, fuel pump off, lean is required,
Envoy
trim
432, read
neutral.
that correct. Expect runway 22 right. Report ready for pushback.
We'll set our trim back to neutral. We didn't do that coming into land even. And that is done, checked, and shut down. Parking brake is set. Radio's off.
Charlotte ground, Catbird 104, Bravo Delta, cleared of runway 36 left, request
Transponder off.
taxi
Avionics
to
master off.
parking.
So, Bo, that's what happens right there. Like I say, it's not game changing, but it does click us out every time we switch avionics or power off. And then we want to stay here until we go through the complete shutdown, uninterrupted. Anyway, avionics master off, master switch off. Throttle closed. Mixture idle cut off. Magnetos are off. Control locks set. And secure doors and windows are closed. Tie downs. Get all those wheel chocks and tie downs. Pitot cover. Cabin vent I thought was off. This must not be completely off. There we go. Nav instruments need to go off. Alright, I thought we got that. Anyway, everything is off. Good. Aircraft is secure. Tied down. Covers on. And we will call that a video. Thanks. Have a great day, everyone. Stop recording.